Before you watch this story, remember one thing. Deep inside the forest, some cabins are built for tourists, and some were never meant to be opened again. Tonight, you will witness the true events about a traveler who entered the wrong cabin at the wrong time. If you're watching this in the dark, don't look behind you. The Arrival. David, a 27-year-old photographer, rented a small Airbnb cabin in Colorado to finish his new project. The owner warned him only one thing: never open the last room at the end of the hallway. David thought it was just a joke. That night, the cabin was silent, too silent, only the sound of wind hitting the wooden windows. The first sign. At 2:13 a.m., David woke up suddenly. He heard the sound of someone walking slowly in the hallway. Step, step, step. He checked the hallway. No one. But the door of the last room he wasn't supposed to open was slightly open. He felt cold air coming from inside. The whisper. As David approached the door, his phone flashlight flickered. He heard a soft whisper, "Don't go." The voice was behind him. He turned around. Nothing. When he looked back at the door, it was now completely open. Inside the forbidden room, he saw old, dusty furniture, a rocking chair in the corner. The chair was rocking by itself. David recorded everything on his camera. Suddenly, the temperature dropped sharply. He could see his breath in the air. Then he noticed a woman's shadow standing behind the rocking chair. But when he moved the light, the shadow disappeared. The face. David tried to leave the room, but the door slammed shut behind him. His camera pointed toward the mirror in the room, and he froze. In the mirror, he saw a pale woman with long black hair standing right behind him, her eyes completely white. But in the real room, nobody was there. Only the mirror showed her. She whispered, "Why did you open my room?" The chase. David panicked and ran, but every door he opened led him back to that same room. No matter where he went, he ended up standing in front of the rocking chair. He screamed, "Let me out!" The woman appeared in the corner, crawling on the floor like a broken spider, moving towards him with terrifying speed. The escape. David fainted. Next morning, the owner found him lying outside the cabin door. "What happened?" the owner asked. David whispered, "The room, someone's still there." The owner replied quietly, "I told you not to open it. She doesn't like visitors." Behind them, the last room door slowly closed on its own. The owner's warning. David woke up outside the cabin, gasping for air. The cabin owner was standing over him, holding a lantern. "Owner," stern voice, "you shouldn't have opened that room. I warned you, some doors stay shut for a reason." David, confused and shaken. "What's inside that room? Who is she?" The owner glanced at the hallway and whispered, "Someone who never left this cabin." The unopened diary. Back inside, David found a dusty leather-bound diary on the table. When he opened it, brittle yellow pages crumbled slightly. On one page, written in shaky handwriting, "Do not face the mirror at night. She watches from the reflection." David's hands trembled. The footsteps returned. As he flipped more pages, The same slow footsteps echoed. Step, step, step. This time, the sound stopped directly behind him. Who's there? No answer. Just cold silence. The cold air returns. A sudden wave of freezing air swept through the hallway. The lights dimmed. His breath turned white. The door of the forbidden room creaked as if someone inside breathed out. Phone recording begins. David turned on his camera. Through the phone screen, the hallway looked normal. But when he looked with his eyes, the hallway appeared stretched, distorted, almost bending unnaturally. David, fearful. This place is changing, and the door creaked as if someone inside breathed out. The shadow touch. A dark shadow slid across the wall behind him, almost human-like. Suddenly, a cold, invisible hand touched his shoulder. David jerked around. "Don't touch me!" There was no one. Rocking chair moves again? The forbidden room door pushed open slightly. The old rocking chair inside began rocking violently. Creak, creak, creak. It rocked as if someone angry, invisible, was sitting on it. The child's laughter. A faint giggle echoed inside the walls. A child's laughter. Soft but unsettling. David, terrified. There's no child here. No child. The giggle continued, circling around him. The mirror cracked. In the bathroom, the small mirror on the wall began to tremble. A thin crack ran across the glass. Crack! For a moment, David saw a finger pressing from inside the mirror. She appears in the reflection. He turned slowly toward the mirror. There she was, the pale woman in a torn nightgown. Long black hair dripping like shadows, white eyes staring. Ghost, soft whisper. You opened my room. You woke me. Running to the front door. David grabbed his bag and ran to the main door. He pulled it hard. It didn't move. David, pulling violently. Open! Open the door! A deep female voice whispered from behind. Ghost, you can't leave. The floor creaks. The wooden floor beneath his feet began to bulge upward, as if something crawled underneath the planks. Scratching, digging, crawling. David, oh God, what is under there? The diary opens by itself. The old diary snapped open on the table. Words appeared on the page as if written by invisible ink. She is fully awake. The woman crawls out. The forbidden room door slowly opened wider. She appeared, crawling out on all fours, back bending unnaturally, joints cracking loudly. Ghost groaning. You came into my room. Now I come into yours. Lights flickered violently. The cabin lights flickered rapidly. On, off, on, off. Every time the light went off, she moved closer. When it turned on, she was inches from his face.
Surrounding whispers. Whispers began circling him from every direction. Stay with us. Don't run. David covered his ears, but the whispers crawled into his mind. The hallway stretches. The hallway ahead stretched impossibly long, like an endless tunnel. Doors on both sides kept appearing and disappearing. David, panicking, this isn't real. This can't be real. Hand from the ceiling. A pale grey hand slowly emerged through a crack in the wooden ceiling. Long, sharp nails scratched down, searching for him. A voice hissed, "Found you." Camera glitches. David lifted his phone. The screen glitched violently. A message flashed across. "She sees you." Then the camera showed a face behind him, but he was alone. Mirror falls. A heavy wall mirror fell and shattered on the floor. From the cracks, a dark liquid oozed out, almost like black blood. It formed the shape of an eye. The child appears. A small girl in a white dress appeared at the end of the hall. Her eyes were completely black. Child, emotionless, "Don't look behind you, mister. She's right there." The woman screams. A deafening scream blasted from the forbidden room. Windows rattled. Lights burst. The cabin shook violently. David fell to the floor, covering his ears. The door to darkness. The front door suddenly swung open by itself. But outside, there were no trees, no ground, just an endless, silent black void. David, whispering, "What is this place?" She grabs his leg. As he tried to step out, a cold hand grabbed his ankle tightly. He looked down. The ghost woman was clinging to his leg, white eyes staring. "Ghost, you belong inside." Dragged inside the room, he screamed as she dragged him across the floor. His nails scraped wooden planks as he tried to hold on. She pulled him straight into the forbidden room. The door slammed shut with a thunderous bang. Complete darkness. Inside, everything went pitch black. David could only hear her slow breathing inches away. David, terrified, "Please, don't hurt me. Let me go." A whisper brushed against his ear. "Ghost, I need a soul to replace mine." Her final words. Her icy fingers touched his face. "Ghost, you opened my door. You invited me out. So now, you stay in." David screamed, but the sound faded as if swallowed by darkness. Morning twist. Morning light finally broke. The cabin owner found David lying unconscious outside the door again. "Owner, quietly, you survived, but not all of you came back." He picked up David's phone. The night's recording showed only empty hallways. No ghost, no crawling woman, not even David inside the cabin. But in the final 3 seconds of the video, the ghost woman stared directly into the camera and smiled.